Today we're talking about marriage. Has your marriage held you back, or is it opening up a whole new world of possibility?
I don't think that marriage itself has held us back from anything. I think that we've actually accomplished quite a bit since we've been married, just 3 years. But I do think that in general, there's so many, like once you get married, it's like, oh, I can start my life. I can, buy my house, we can buy cars, we can do this, we can do that, we can get ready to have children. And you all of a sudden, before you know it, at least in our case, it's 3 years later, you realize you haven't really gone on any big vacations since your honeymoon. And yes, you have, 2 brand new cars and a brand new house and a brand new baby and blah, 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 all these things. So life kind of got in the way, and all these goals that we had set up, now all of a sudden it's kind of like, I'm turning 30, John's turning 30, and stuff that I thought that I would have done in high school, it's not a bad thing that I don't think I've done them. I haven't really gone out of the country except for our honeymoon. But I knew I wanted to do all these things, and a lot of my friends did them, but just really early on. And now, hitting 30, I'm kind of like, I didn't do those things. But I'm happy with what I have and appreciative of it all. And eventually, John and I will get there. We talk about, the sooner that we have our kids, then that means that the sooner they're out the door or we're older, and we can go, on an African safari, or we can go, to Europe. So I think that it just is kind of like, now our scale is different, and now it's like, we have so many adult things that we have to do that I think that that's more what's kind of gotten in our way, or, it sounds so negative. I don't mean to be negative, but I think that that's happened instead. And so it's just learning to adjust and still wanting to be happy and do all these little things.
I think that when you're younger, you have all these dreams and you think that anything is possible, the world is open to you. And as you get older, it's important to reevaluate those dreams and to determine if what you dreamed of when you were 8 years old is still relevant at 28. I've done that recently myself, especially since getting married, and I think that my marriage hasn't stopped me from achieving my dreams. If anything, it's propelled me forward, because now I have my own personal cheerleader. I have my husband who is encouraging me constantly. He's the ear for me to listen to, just to listen to what I have to say. He is my sounding board. He's always there for me. So if anything, I think that my marriage has helped me push forward in my dreams and my aspirations. Also, when you get married, it's important to then consider someone else's dreams and goals and aspirations. It's not all about you. You're not the only person in the world that matters anymore. Your decisions are going to affect another person or persons if you decide to have a family. So I think that marriage is more about taking those dreams and goals and merging my goals and my dreams with my husband so that they become one dream and one goal together. And then it's about determining how we're going to go forward and attack those goals together and how we're going to do this together. I think that that's what marriage is all about, is knowing that you have someone in your corner who's going to support you, and that person should know that you're going to support them as well.
So I think this is a fabulous topic, and kind of fits right in with my life situation. I'm sure you guys all know, if you've been following the site for a while, my husband and I got pregnant by surprise when I was 22 years old. And that wasn't exactly what either of us had in mind for our early 20s, what we would be doing. And as a matter of fact, I happen to have something called my future timeline. And this was an assignment that I had to do when I was in high school, when I was a senior in high school. Fill out my future timeline. That's exactly what I thought I was going to be doing at each stage in my life. And it's pretty spot on, but at 2008, when I'm 24 years old, I apparently was supposed to join the Peace Corps and go to Africa or a South American country. And it just goes on from there, saying that I'm going to start my own career, which thank goodness I did. But I wasn't supposed to get married until this year, which we've already been married for quite a while. And I'm not supposed to have a baby until, 2015. I'm a little ahead of the game there. But oddly enough, everything that's written here on my future timeline, I've pretty much done, even though I've been married. But fortunately, I don't know, I haven't really felt like marriage or having a family has hindered much of what I really wanted to do, thank goodness. And as a matter of fact, I feel like it has actually given me way more opportunities. My husband is thankfully incredibly supportive, and he has basically been the one standing not even right behind me, but right next to me in this whole process of starting my own business and becoming a photographer. So thankfully, I almost kind of feel like without him, I wouldn't have had the guts to put myself out there and start a business and make it profitable, which is pretty exciting.
So what do you think? Has marriage limited your goals at all? Have you changed since you've become married? What are your dreams and goals, and how are you going about accomplishing them with your partner? We'd love to hear what you have to say. Leave a comment below.